Hello Marvel Legends and welcome to another edition of the Legends Legacy Review. And who is coming up from the depths this time? It is Blizzard. Yeah, this is a kind of a random one, isn't it? Who is Blizzard? Well, I know that's so elitist of me being like, who is this guy? No one knows him. No, Dave, what you mean is you don't know him. Mainly because he's an Iron Man villain, and I was never a big Iron Man guy. But I've done a little bit of research. I know, shocking, right? Like, I actually put some work into this. Don't worry, not a lot. But Blizzard is, basically, he's a D-list villain. And I did a very good video a few months ago on like the top 10 D-list villains, and people were angry because I put some guys in there who were not D-list. I completely concede. Electro is by no means D-list, but I have so many wonderful Legion of Losers D-listers now, I gotta do an update to that. Because Blizzard, my friends, would most assuredly be on a list of losers. Because that's kind of his character, and that kind of makes me like him more and want to sort of do some more reading on him, because he is a perennial loser. And also, apparently, from what I understand from reading, wiki and fandom and all of this other things, he's kind of got like a real sort of good gung-ho attitude. Like, he wants to be a good hired goon, basically. That's what the character is. He's hired muscle. There's at least two Blizzards in the Marvel Universe. The first one was an older guy who got killed off. What am I, Wikipedia? Get out of here, do some research. Like I did. But this one, Donnie Gill, has the Blizzard suit, and this is a suit that provides him with his Blizzard powers. Underneath that, he's just a regular old Joe, just a regular ham and egger. But even in the context of supervillains and whatnot, he is a ham and egger. There's really, he's never had like a big sort of defining moment where he gets to sort of take center stage. From what I've been reading, he's always a hired goon. And what's kind of endearing about the character is that he always wants to work really hard to impress his boss. He wants to do the best job possible. So normally it's Justin Hammer, from what I understand. It's Justin Hammer with his nefarious schemes to get the better of Tony Stark and, take down his empire. And as time has gone on, he's been involved with different supervillain groups. He's been a part of the Thunderbolts, one of the later iterations. So he's had his time like on the side of the Angels, and apparently he's quite conflicted about being a villain. Like, I think he just wants to do a good job, and it seems like the chance he has to do a good job is at being bad, and I kind of like that. So the figure itself is bare bones. It's what a D-lister probably deserves in a figure. Like, this is it. I'm not holding out on any accessories I can't be bothered to dig out of the photo box or anything. This is what you're getting. Alright, it's this or a wagon, okay? So there's no other fists. There's no freezing effects. There's no other head. There ain't nothing. You're getting a repainted Bucky cap, and that's it. So this might be the shortest Legends Legacy review, because I'm not going to waste your time, alright? There's nothing to talk about. So why do I like this figure so much? I can't tell you, but I do. I think because he stands out so much. That's what it is. Because he's just two colours, he really pops on the shelf. He doesn't get mingled and lost in the background. The bright white and the bright blue, and what kind of blue is it? It's metallic blue, and who doesn't love metallic blue? It's got a lovely sheen to it. It feels kind of icy. It feels like, ooh, I might get a little bit of frostbite just from holding this guy. So what he does have works really well for him. And what's kind of good is that also, because his costume is so basic, it's a perfect recreation of what you see on the comic book page. One thing I have found, though, is because he's not so iconic as a character, he seems to have so many looks. It was hard to know if I was researching the right guy, because there's so many different pictures of Blizzard. You put in Blizzard Marvel Comics and you get all sorts of different looking suits. And it's like, is this the same guy? Is this the first one? Is this definitely the one that I'm doing the right review on? So I'm pretty certain this is Donald Gill. And this is, I guess, one of his more sort of regular suits. But he seems to have all sorts. But they went for the basic one. It reminds me of Archangel from the 90s as well. I think some people have done repaints to recreate that. I would love to see that. I'd love to see that mid-90s Archangel with a little yellow halo photo there, that would look pretty cool. But for this guy, he really has very little going for him besides the fact that he's just kind of cool. I like ice-themed people. I always played as Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat, so that probably has a lot to do with it. So, there's only one other thing that I need to ask before we look at the rankings. A little new feature that I'm doing. You see, Blizzard here is resplendent in his shiny blue with the white contrast there. So in the spirit of one of my favorite internet shows, OSW, Old School Wrestling Review, I have to ask, Brad, what baaaar is Blizzard?
Well, Dave, Blizzard is a blue and white kind of guy. So I'm thinking third place for him is a packet of Walker's Hint of Salt crisps. Second place goes to a Milky Way protein bar. But coming in at number 1, a Bud Ice Light. Back to you, Dave.
And that was the first of what will hopefully be a very successful run of What Bar segments. Thank you, OSW Review, for giving me an idea that I could blatantly steal. But hey, folks, if you like pro wrestling, then go and watch OSW Review. The lads there are just absolutely fantastic. Plus, you'll realize where I steal 90% of my material from. It's true, you know, if you're gonna steal from the best. All right, guys, so let's take a look now at where Blizzard ranks on the Legends Legacy Review. Okay, I know I might be thinking with my heart on this one, but I can't place Blizzard too low, even though he is just a lazy repaint with no accessories. I kind of like him, so I'm gonna put him above Boomerang, above Spider-Girl. Do I go above 2099? Well, because the only one I have is a knockoff, then yes, so he's not better than Carnage, so I'm gonna put Blizzard at number 15 above Spider-Man 2099. And not only that, but he is officially in my boy stable of bad figures that I love regardless. Congratulations, we got another boy in the boy stable, which is another OSW segment I've just ripped off. I better not get too successful on YouTube, no danger of that, because if I do, people will be like, this guy's just stealing from more successful people. Whereas like when I'm like independent and, you know, not really making anything from this, it's like, who cares? So yeah, Blizzard, I think that's actually way more kudos than probably deserves, but you know what? It's my list. Whatever, I do what I want. So Blizzard gets a pretty handsome ranking on the Legends Legacy Review. Folks, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Follow me on Instagram. All the links are below. And hey, if you really like what you see and you want to throw some shekels my way, then go to patreon.com/display model behavior. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.